it's Cassie and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell from the background, we have the most exciting video of the month, and it is my March TBR. I absolutely love making these videos, watching them, so don't know about you guys, but it's my favorite video. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. Both those would mean the absolute world to me. My Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and Amazon wishlist will be linked in the description box below if you're interested in checking any of those out. And let's get into the TBR. February was rough reading wise. You'll see my wrap up, but I didn't even read half of my TBR, or just half of my TBR. Do I have a reason why I only read half of my TBR? Absolutely not. Not a single one. Just was not reading. That's the worst I've done on a TBR ever, I think. I was really off on my TBR. Not even that I was reading other books. I literally just read barely the tiniest amount this month. So I decided to give myself a punishment this month. I filmed my rules over a week ago, and I kind of wish I didn't give myself a punishment, but I did. So we're gonna do it. The reason I wish I didn't give myself a punishment is because I do still have to read House of Sky and Breath, and she is massive. I am gonna roll this over into March because I really want to read it. I just haven't. There's so much content being put out about this book. So I want to be able to watch all that, look at discussions of the book and stuff. So I just want to read this. This will also be on my TBR, but unofficially. So because I completely failed my TBR by a long shot, and I had bought that and 3 other books, I decided I'm just gonna give myself an extra book. So I did 6 rolls this month, and hopefully I don't do awful. I don't know if that's gonna be my punishment every time, but I'm just kind of going with it. So let's just get into the first roll. These are all of the prompts from February, and we're not gonna put them back in the jar of prompts, at least for a few months, just so we can get a variety of the prompts. I already accidentally put the prompts in here for January, but we're not going to put them back in here until there's barely any of these left, just so we get all the prompts to have a chance to be picked. Book number 1, roll number 1 is oh my gosh, is a 3. Book 1, roll 2 is a 5. 3 across, 5 down, 3, 5. Start a series. For the first roll, we got the prompt of start a series, and this one I had a few options for, but I ended up choosing The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodore Goss. So this is one that I wanted to get to, but as soon as I bought it, I realized I was very intimidated by it because the words are tiny. It isn't a big book, but there's a lot of words on there. But this is one of Mel Reed's Patreon buddy read picks for March, so there's not a better time to read it. And I know lots of people really like it, and I think I will really like it, so I'm excited. So this is about Mary Jekyll, alone and penniless following her parents' death, quickly finds herself drawn to the secrets of her father's mysterious past. A clue leads her to believe that Edward Hyde, her father's former friend and murderer, may be nearby, and there is still a reward for information resulting in his capture, a reward that would solve all her immediate financial woes. But her hunt brings her not to Edward Hyde, but to Diana, his daughter, a near feral child left to be raised by nuns. With the assistance of Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, Mary continues her search for the elusive Hyde, and soon gathers around her more women, all of whom have been created through terrifying experimentation. When their investigation leads them to the discovery of a secret society of immoral and power-crazed scientists, the horrors of their past soon arrive on their doorstep as well. Mystery, fantasy type of story with the characters from popular classics. It's the daughters of, I think it's all daughters of all of the people mentioned and other classic books. So I'm really excited but I'm glad I'm reading this with other people so I can talk about it with them, and it'll push me more to read this because I am a little bit nervous. This is at least a trilogy. I'm not actually sure how long it is, but I know there's at least 3 books in it, and the next 2 books are big. This is the first book that I picked for my March TBR. Alright, let's pick a replacement prompt. Random letter generator. Book 2, roll 1. I literally just put that off camera. It's a 6. Roll 2 for book 2. Also a 6. 6 across and 6 down is beautiful cover, which is really nice because that's like pretty easy. I can pick pretty much anything. For the next roll, we got the prompt beautiful cover, and I decided to go with The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. First of all, beautiful cover by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is like one of the most hyped books in recent years, so I'm excited to finally get to it. My mom read it a couple weeks ago, so it's hurrying me to read it, so I hope I really enjoy it. This basically follows Evelyn Hugo, who is this really famous actress, I believe. Just a really famous lady. Handpicked a journalist to tell her story to, so she can write her story. I have read Malibu Rising. That's the only Taylor Jenkins Reid that I have read so far, so I do know about the one character in this, because if you don't know, the one character in this is in Malibu Rising. It's about their family. I know a little bit of what's gonna happen in here, but not very much. So I hope I enjoy it just as much as everyone else does. Now let's go to the third roll. Replace that prompt. Ooh, exciting. Play a TBR game. Book 3, roll 1. A 3 again. Book 3, roll 2. A 6 again. 3 across. 6 down. Author I've read before. For the third roll, I got author I've read before. I picked one that I don't think I wouldn't have expected me to pick, but I'm glad I did. So I actually picked Along for the Ride by Sarah Dessen. So I have a few of her books, and I've only read one of them, maybe 2. I can't remember if I read the other one, but I definitely haven't read this one. And I wanted to read them for like nostalgia purposes, because in middle school she was like my favorite author. I was earlier looking at the back at some of her books, and all 3 of these I have read by her, and I loved them. I think I like would take them out of the library at school like multiple times. So this is one that I know for sure I haven't read, and I'm really excited because I saw somewhere, I literally cannot remember where now, that this is going to be coming out as a movie or a series in April. So I was like, what better time to read it? I want to read it, but this is like nostalgia for me. I'm pretty sure I bought when I was in middle school, and I've kept all these years, so I'm going to read it finally, but I have no clue what it's about, if I'm being honest. Ever since her parents' divorce, Auden has been unable to sleep. She's built a routine that gets her through each night, but when the opportunity comes for her to spend her summer at the beach with her father and his new family, she jumps at the chance to break out of her rut. Life at the beach proves more challenging than Auden expects. In addition to trying to figure out how she fits into her father's new life, she also has to navigate the girls at work with their gossip and friendship and crushes. And then there's Eli, a fellow insomniac who becomes her nocturnal tour guide. With an endless supply of long summer nights between them, almost anything can happen. Super cute, super fun, just easy book. I hope I enjoy it and hope it makes me feel, oh, I just found a cute. I just found one of those bookmarks that you get at like book fairs and stuff. It says dream big. I love that. I didn't know that was in here. I'm excited to read this, and then I'll watch whatever it is, a movie or series that comes out. I also don't even know what streaming platform it's gonna be on, but I will watch it when I can. Let's replace it with, okay, that was awkward, audiobook. My 4th book. roll number 1 is a 5. Book 4, roll 2 is a 4. 5, 4. Kind of similar to the last one. New to me author. The 4th roll I got new to me author, which I'm really excited about. There was lots of options, but I picked one that I've been wanting to get in my TBR for months, and I've just haven't been able to. And that is People Like Us by Dana Mel. This is just a quintessential YA mystery thriller, and I'm so pumped to finally read it. I love YA mystery thrillers. It is about Kay Donovan may have skeletons in her closet, but the past is past and she's reinvented herself entirely. Now she's a star soccer player whose group of gorgeous friends run their private school with effortless popularity and wit. But when a girl's body is found in the lake, Kay's carefully constructed life begins to topple. The dead girl has left Kay a computer-coded scavenger hunt, which, as it unravels, begins to implicate suspect after suspect until Kay herself is in the crosshairs of a murder investigation. But if Kay's finally backed into a corner, she'll do what it takes to survive, because at Bates Academy, the truth is something you make, not something that happens. Sounds so good. I think it'll definitely be one of the first books I read in March. Let's replace it. Number or color in the title. Book 5, roll number 1. We got a 4. Book 5, roll number 2. We got a 4. Hyped book I'm hesitant about. Then for the 5th roll, the prompt I got was hyped book I'm hesitant about. So the hesitation can be for multiple reasons, but I picked A Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. The reason I'm hesitant about this is I'm just scared that I'm not gonna like it as much as everyone else. Like, I really want to really like it. So that's really only the reason I'm hesitant about it. I'm just nervous. Shelby Tebow is the first to go missing. Not long after, Meredith Dickey and her 6-year-old daughter Delilah vanished just blocks away from where Shelby was last seen, striking fear into a once peaceful community. Are these incidents connected? After a elusive search that yields more questions than answers, the case eventually goes cold. And then one of them comes back. Everyone wants to know what happened, so the mystery just unfolds from there. So I'm really excited because people love this book and like the twists. So I'm excited, but I'm so nervous, and so that's why I'm hesitant about it, but I think I'm gonna really like it, like everyone else. Let's replace that prompt. 5-star protection. This will be our final book for March though, so 6th book, first roll is a 1. 6th book, second roll, final roll of the month is a 1. Okay, we're getting so many doubles. 1 is book I've had for a long time. Finally, I'll replace that one with minority/BIPOC rep. Then for our 6th and final roll, I got a book I've had for a long time. I decided to pick If I Stay by Gail Forman. I adore this movie. For a bit, I would have said this is one of my favorite movies. At one point, 100% would have been this. I just haven't watched it in so long. I have the duology, and I bought this when I watched the movie, I think, and so I want to finally read this. I cry in that movie multiple times, so we'll see if this makes me cry as well. It is about a girl who her family was in a car crash and she's in a coma, caught between life and death, between a happy past and an unknowable future. Mia spends one critical day contemplating the only decision she has left, the most important decision she'll ever make. I'm really excited. This also could be one that I was hesitant about because I'm scared I'm not gonna like it as much as I like the movie, but that's okay, and I'll probably watch the movie. Will I put myself through that? I might watch the movie after I read this, depending on how broken I am. This is only 243 pages, so not bad at all. I am going to do a readathon though, so let's talk talk about that. The Spring Into Reading Readathon is hosted March 20th to 27th. So I am going to try and participate for this one. They do have a bingo board. I'll try and remember to put it up here, but there are multiple ways you can get a bingo, and one of them is, it's like the four corners and the middle one. I don't read super fast, so I'm going to try and get one, maybe two books to fit for everything. So I want to get like one that would fit for like a whole bingo, but I'm going to be trying to use If I Stay for that week, because the four corners are, the first corner is spring cleaning, read a book that has been collecting dust. Like I said, I think I've had this since the movie came out, which was years ago. Then the next corner is Life's a Beach, read an easy book, YA, only 240 pages. Corner 3 is Read Like an Aries. By the way, I am an Aries. My birthday is April 6th, just if anyone cares. And they wrote this as like read a book under 250 pages because Aries have short attention spans, and I 100% fall into that stereotype. But like I said, 240 pages, so this is under the 250 page mark. And then the final corner is Tiny Umbrella, drink your favorite iced beverage, so that's pretty easy. In the middle, it is group book or buddy read a book. So that's the only issue I'm running into. I mean, if any of you want to buddy read this, 100% would be down during that week, would be great. But if that doesn't work out, I think I can read this pretty fast if I try to. Like I said, Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter is a buddy read. So if I need to, maybe I'll read this in that week as well. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to at least get this one done. I'll be honest, this month, like I said before, February went bad. So hopefully I'm not in a, I don't even think I'm in a slump. I just struggled. This is officially my March TBR. I am gonna be busy with school as well. It's my second last month of my degrees, so it is gonna be busy, but I'm hoping I have time for reading. I will have time for reading. I just gotta make time. It's like half YA, half adult. Hopefully like the 3 YAs I can read like really fast, and that'll make it a lot easier. Like I said, I also will be reading this. I do have the audiobook, so that might make it go faster than I read the first book in this series. So that's it for my TBR. I hope you really enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts on them, or I would love it to know. And also let me know what's on your March TBR. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. Both those would mean the absolute world to me. My Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and Amazon wishlist will be linked in the description box below. Make sure to turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!